Hello, everybody. I'm Jackie K. Cooper here with
Amber Howell.
And it is Tell All Tuesday.
After a week hiatus.
A hiatus.
Yeah. We went on vacation. Yeah.
And it's over.
It's over. I'm already planning my next trip. Are you?
No.
No? You're fine being home for a little
I'm home.
Back in your routine.
I'm back in my place.
You like routine?
I do like routine.
Yeah.
The fair is gone. We had the fair in Perry, the state fair.
Mm-hmm. National Fair, Jackie.
National Fair. Yeah. And for you who don't know about it, it was a huge success. I heard they broke records with attendance.
Yeah.
And
I didn't go.
I wasn't one of them.
I wasn't one of them either. We're not part of history this
time. You
time.
were in Hawaii. I was in Panama City.
That's right.
But I can't wait to have we got a story to tell you about Amber and Cody's trip.
Yeah.
Because I think I left on Friday and you left on Saturday.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And tell your story.
Okay. Buckle up, everybody.
Buckle up. Amber sent me a text or an email and she said, "We're safe in Hawaii. Have I got stories to tell you?"
And I do have a story for you guys. So
there's a story.
As we all know, I think I've mentioned it on camera here and there, I do have migraine. Like, I have it pretty chronically, and they come at the worst times. It's just horrible.
To look at her, you think, you have headaches?
Yeah, you'd never know.
Never know.
You'd never know. But when I have one, you know. So I had been praying and hoping that I felt good the whole time that I was going on this once-in-a-lifetime trip to Hawaii. Oahu. Yeah, we spent a week on Oahu. And I was just praying that I was not going to have a headache or a migraine attack or anything while I was there or on the flights. So I wake up Saturday morning. I'm feeling good. I'm a little nervous because of the plane ride. I think I'm just overthinking feeling good. So
I feel good. I feel good.
I feel great. Do I feel good?
Cody, I feel good. I feel good.
Yeah, I'm
getting on the plane. I feel good.
I was just overthinking it, I think. And so we get on the plane it's almost a 5-hour flight from Atlanta to Los Angeles.
And you don't fly as well as you used to.
I don't fly as well as I used to. No, I used to get on a plane and just be excited. Now I'm just nervous. But we fly to Los Angeles for a layover, and about an hour left into the flight, I start feeling a headache, migraine coming on. And if you know anything about migraine, when you get a migraine, you get nauseous and you throw up sometimes. So it's horrible. But we get off the plane in Los Angeles. I have a pounding migraine.
I can't imagine being on a plane feeling sick.
Oh, it's horrible. It's the most helpless feeling. And so I get off the plane. I run to the bathroom. I get sick. And then I go back to Cody, my husband, and I say, "Cody, I cannot get on our next flight to Hawaii. I'm too sick. I can't do it."
Words husbands always want to hear. I can't make the next flight.
I can't make the next flight. Sorry. And
we're in LA.
Yeah.
We don't have a hotel room. Nothing.
No, we have nothing. We're having to, after I told him this, he is very patient with me and he just gets things done. Thank God for him. But he's like, "Okay, I'm going to go to the help desk and get this situated." So long story short, he goes to the help desk and the help desk was not helpful. And so we can't help you.
Tough luck.
Can't help you. Our job is to help you, but we can't help you.
Hope you feel better.
Yeah, they had no empathy whatsoever. So Cody comes back to me at the gate. I'm like head and hands, like trying to block out the light and the sound and the smells. You know, when you have a headache and a migraine, you don't want any of that around you. But he comes back to me and he's explaining how the help desk wasn't helpful, that we're going to have to just fork over like an extra $1,000 to get on the next flight out the next morning, plus a hotel room. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm in so much pain. I'm like, do whatever you have to do. We'll figure it out. Do what you have to do.
We'll stay at the Ritz.
We'll stay at the Ritz-Carlton. It'll be fine.
Couple of thousand. No, we'll make it.
It'll be okay. But luckily, as Cody was explaining all of this to me.
This is the unbelievable part.
So unbelievable.
Wait. Just said it. You're sitting there. You've just decided that you're going to have to rent a hotel room, book tickets, like they're brand new tickets to go to Hawaii, which is
lots of money. Lots of money.
And you're sitting there thinking, this is the worst possible. And
all of a
announcer
sudden,
says,
the gate agent comes over the intercom and says, we need 5 volunteers with flexible schedules to agree to get on the next flight out tomorrow morning. We will put you on the plane for free. We will give you $1,400 in Visa gift cards, and we will put you in a hotel room. And Cody sprints to the gate agent.
How did y'all react? I mean, seriously.
Cody.
You're sitting there and you hear, we would like for somebody to volunteer to take the next flight, and we'll put you up tonight, and we'll give you $1,400 if you're agreeable to do this.
Yeah. I was in too much pain to give too much of a reaction, but in my pain, I was like, Cody, go right now. And Cody, his face, he had worry on his face, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh my gosh.
Is that not? That's a God thing.
It is, and it worked out. Cody handled it. We stayed one night in Los Angeles, and then we flew to Hawaii the next day, and I felt fantastic the rest of the trip. And also, on top of that, we got to spend the Delta's money in Hawaii and
instead of your money.
So the one time it was good to get a headache, this was the time.
Seriously, can you believe that?
I couldn't believe it.
It was the best of times. It was the worst
It was worse,
times.
literally.
I mean, because you're going to Hawaii, best of times.
Yes.
You get a migraine, worst of times.
Throws everything off.
Can't get on the next flight, worst of times. Get help desk won't help, worst of times.
They deserve.
Gate
oh my gosh.
Announcer says, "Hey, we need 5 people to volunteer to go on the flight tomorrow to Hawaii.
Yes.
And if you're flexible, we will do that for free. No change on your tickets, etc.
Nope.
And we will give you $1,400
On top of that.
On top of that.
Yeah. It was like right out of a movie. I couldn't believe it.
Were other people jumping up and scrambling?
No, it was just us. I think most people don't have flexible schedules.
Yeah, because I would have been sitting there saying, no, we're not. We're going to get on the next flight. We're going to go.
Right.
We're not getting on that flight tomorrow. No.
Right.
No.
Most people would say that.
Yeah.
But we
not
were not.
y'all.
We're not us. And also, we were lucky that the next flight out was the next day, too.
Yes.
Because I couldn't
It gave
have done
you time to
anything.
recover.
Exactly. Everything worked out.
Everything's coming up roses.
It did. I don't know what you're referring to, but yes.
That's the song. Oh, I hope somebody out there knows what that is.
Somebody will.
Yeah. So, a week in Hawaii.
Hiking, lots of good coffee. We saw
Top
the
of the
beach.
list. Good coffee.
Good coffee. We had a lot of good coffee. Saw Pearl Harbor. We did a photo shoot while we were there. We, of course,
I've never known anybody who went and had a photo shoot. I can't wait to see the pictures.
Me too. We have about 2 to 4 weeks. So
Okay.
we'll see. Yeah.
How many did the person take?
An hour's worth.
An hour's worth of photos?
Oh yeah. We were modeling. We weren't just taking pictures. We were modeling. So.
I mean, seriously, I've never seen a professional photographer get your picture taken.
Yeah, it's a thing now.
Is it really?
Yeah. You just find destination photographers wherever you're going, and you reach out to them, and
I mean,
you
are they
book them.
do you go on an app?
I use Instagram. I'll just reach out to them through Instagram, or sometimes they will have links in their bios.
All right, if y'all have ever done this, I want to know about it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend. And it's a good investment, too, because now we have professional photos from Paris, from our wedding, obviously.
I hope there's
Hawaii.
one picture in that group.
Over the shoulder.
I thought it was the one where Cody was sitting at the table.
Oh, yeah.
And you were sitting at the other table.
I know what you're
It's my favorite picture.
Yeah.
Hope you have one like that.
Yeah, hopefully there's another one that gets the gold
They're
star.
all good, but there's always the one
That's just the
stands
best.
out.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So you've had your Hawaii trip.
That's right.
And you came home.
I came home. Do I tell them?
Anything else happening?
Just a little something.
They're going to think you're having a baby.
I'm not having that. No. We are under contract with a home. We're buying a house.
Buying a house.
So, a lot of crazy stuff has happened recently since I've been here last.
I thought you were going to say, since you and I have been doing this, look how your life just keeps.
Oh my gosh. Oh, since we've started.
Check.
Jackie, we're almost at the 4-year mark.
January.
Yeah. And my life has just totally changed. So many things have happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So many things.
I know.
It's that time in
I've
your
been
life.
a spectator.
Though. Yeah. So much has been going on. It's crazy.
I mean, started with me.
Got a new job. Got married. Traveled a bunch.
Now buying a house.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Crazy. Oh, I'm back in school too. I'm getting my master's.
You're getting your master's.
Yeah.
And you had a side career as in publicity.
That's right.
Working with
authors. Social media. Yeah. I've done so much in the past 4 years, and half of it is because of you, Jackie.
I know.
Just setting me up for success.
I get half of that $14.
Yeah, you do. You do. Yeah, you do. You deserve it.
But, meanwhile, I'm at Panama City,
which is still fun.
The Hurricane Milton is brewing in the Gulf, and it was so funny because when Amber, you went to the beach several weeks ago.
Yes.
And a hurricane was coming. And Amber was like, I don't care.
I'm going to the beach. Get me to the beach.
I am going to the beach. Get me to a beach.
Yeah.
And y'all went.
And we went.
And so when we were getting ready to go to Panama City, my son and daughter-in-law were going with us. We were all going together. And they came over, and Sean, my son, said, there's Hurricane Milton, and I'm keeping an eye on it because I don't want it to head toward Panama City. And my wife is like, well, we're going somewhere.
Somewhere. We're going somewhere.
Oh, we're going.
Wherever it is.
We're going, but we're going somewhere.
That sounds like me.
No. But we did not see hardly a cloud.
Yeah. Beautiful weather.
Beautiful weather.
Relax.
Great food.
Read some books.
I felt the bad thing, not to us, but right when we got there, Terry, my wife's sister, lives in the St. Pete, Tampa area. And so she called Terry and she said, we're going to evacuate because it was just forecast to come straight across where they were.
Right at them.
And she said, we're going to evacuate. And Terry said, that's great. And, stay safe. And then the next day she called and said, some members of the family didn't want to evacuate.
Oh, gosh.
And that's a big thing.
That is a big decision. Yeah.
And then it was like, well, we're going to go, but some of them are staying. And then it was like, no, we're all going to stay. And then finally we're all basically all going to go. And everything worked out. So
they left.
Yes.
They evacuated.
Yes.
Okay, good.
And
did they come? I'm assuming they're back home.
They're back home.
Did they have any damage?
They didn't have any damage.
Good.
Different. There was like 3 families. The parents and then the children and their families, and they had branches and limbs.
Yeah, debris.
And some lost electricity, but everything, thank God, is back to normal.
Good.
But I think about, my Lord, those people who went through the first hurricane and thought, okay, well, we got through that. And then two and a half weeks later, another one comes.
Yeah.
That's just,
crazy hurricane season.
It is. It is. And up in North Carolina.
Oh my gosh. Just awful. It's just horrible.
Horrendous.
Yeah.
Boy. But you watched the movie Arrival.
I did.
I wouldn't even put that on the classic movie list.
It wasn't very good. I don't know if any of you have seen it, but it's a space movie, kind of extraterrestrial. Yeah, that's right, Amy Adams. And these spaceships come down to Earth. They try to figure out why they're there, but they can't communicate with the aliens because humans don't speak alien and aliens don't speak human. And that's basically what the whole movie is about, is them just trying to communicate with the aliens and try to figure out why they're there. And then at the end, there's kind of a twist. Yeah. Kind of a twist.
Enough. Not enough, no.
I didn't see the twist coming, but also it wasn't very shocking to me.
You're Miss
I know. I love the twist, and I can usually guess them.
It's so funny because I went to see Joker.
Did you like it?
My review's already posted up on YouTube, so I can talk about it. You can go see it. I liked it.
Good. It's a musical.
The musical elements are fantasy. You've got the Joker, Arthur Fleck, I think is his name. You didn't see the first Joker,
no.
But in the first Joker, he murdered a television talk show host played by Robert De Niro, I think it is. I may have that all wrong, but in my mind, that's the way it is. And so this movie is about his trial and whether or not that he was like a split personality, one being the Joker and one being the regular man.
Do I have to see the first one to see the second one?
It just references, it kind of fills you in. But it would probably be more enjoyable to see both. But,
okay.
But anyway, it's very dramatic because he's in prison and, there's brutality there and all this sort of stuff. And then Lady Gaga's character he gets introduced to, she's in this, like a psychiatric counseling area. But they have these fantasy musical scenes, that, and then you come back
to reality,
to the brutality. And Walker the intern, I said, Walker, you'll be so surprised. I really liked Joker. Folie à deux. And he wrote back and said, one of the worst movies I've seen.
Really? Jackie, I have seen a common theme between me and Walker and sometimes Lauren and Andrew. And you will like a movie and we'll hate it, or we'll hate a movie and you'll like it. I've noticed that.
Well, what was so funny was I said, I really liked it. It hit me right. And I don't know, it just all came together and I was like, I came out in teary, like she didn't say it was a good movie. She said it kept me interested,
right.
And she said I thought about it a lot, and so she enjoyed it, but she didn't think it was entertainment wise.
Yeah.
But it was a drama that perplexing.
Right.
But anyway, so I write Walker and say, I really liked it, and he comes back and he says, yeah, he said, I just thought that was one of the worst movies I've seen. I just didn't like it, no, etc. And he said, but today I'm going to go see Saturday Night, which is based on the backstory of Saturday Night Live, the TV show. And he said, I'm seeing it for the third time.
Oh my
I just
gosh.
loved
He does
it.
that.
Yeah,
he likes to see movies multiple
He'll go
times.
see them again and again.
Good for him. Good for him.
We went to see Saturday Night.
You hated it, didn't you?
Hated it.
Oh my gosh.
It was so chaotic.
Oh my gosh.
That's a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit everywhere.
That's just so common for us to dislike a movie and you to love it, and then vice versa. I don't know what the deal is.
I know his grandmother, and she posted on Facebook. She said, my buddy and I went to see Saturday Night. She said it was his third time to see it, and he just loved it. And she said it was a good movie. I maybe need to see it again. And I wrote her on Facebook. I said, I didn't like your buddy's movie.
It did not get the Jackie stamp of approval.
It did not get the Jackie stamp of approval. Yeah. But I did two things. I had an interview with a guy named Daniel Riesinger, and he is the director of a movie called And Mrs., like Mr. and Mrs., you just drop the Mr. and Mrs. and Mrs., and it's a movie I really liked. If you get a chance, check it out. And he was just a great interview. That's going up on YouTube next week. And then way back at the early start of my career, I don't think I've ever told you this story, but the Jackie Awards. I used to give out the Jackie Awards. I would decide, in plays, competition in the Middle Georgia area. I picked, best actor, best actress, supporting actor. And one actor that caught my eye he was the guy, and he lived in Macon, and his name was Blake Clark. And he did theater in Macon, and I saw him in a variety of places, and he got a Jackie Award. And then he moved to California, and his career went good, and he became good friends with Adam Sandler.
Okay.
And have you ever heard of a movie called 50 First Dates?
Yes, of course.
Drew Barrymore?
Yes.
Blake Clark plays her father.
Yes. Oh, okay.
She said yes. She said, yeah.
Interesting. Oh, okay.
But
yeah, I know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was in The Water Boy with Adam Sandler and Grown Ups with Adam Sandler. And then he was on the, oh gosh.
Have you ever met Adam Sandler?
I think so. I think I was introduced to him at an event, but I didn't get to interview him.
Okay.
But anyway, Blake had a pretty good career. And he and I stayed in touch, and I interviewed him a lot of times. I went to see him at the Comedy Club in Los Angeles. And just super nice guy with the Georgia connection. And then I hadn't thought about him in ages and hadn't seen him in anything really. And he's getting older like I am.
You're not old, Jackie. Come on.
But anyway, I turned on television a couple of weeks ago, and I was watching 911 Lone Star, which is a TV series you don't watch, but it's fun. And it was giving the credits in the front, and it said Rob, starring Rob Lowe, and then it said guest starring, and it said Blake Clark.
And you're like, I know that name.
And he was in 2 episodes.
Huh. Did you write him? You should have wrote him and said, I saw you.
I put a thing up on Facebook about it, and I said, if anybody knows him who sees this, tell him I said hello.
Maybe he'll reach out.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. We'll see.
But then that's something.
That is something.
He's still going, and he did a great job, and he's a good actor. He's really, really talented. And I remember when Home Improvement, that was the name, Tim Allen's show, Home Improvement, and Blake was on that show. And I remember he and I were talking on the phone, and he said, they're talking about doing a spinoff with me.
Oh, and that never happened, did it?
And it was so close that he said, I really think it's going to happen, but and then didn't happen.
That stinks.
But he's had a good, solid career. I mean, he's made a lot of movies, a lot of TV shows. People have come in since I posted him and told me that, I used to watch him on this show, and I thought, I didn't even know he was on that show. But he's had a good career.
Good career. Good Blake.
But we're back.
We are back.
We are back, and we'll
Did you miss us?
We'll get her settled into her new home.
Yeah.
But we'll be right here. We're not planning any more vacations for a while.
For a while. Yeah.
But this has been Jackie K. Cooper with
Amber Howell
for Tell All Tuesday.